Once upon a time, there was a beautiful kingdom ruled by a kind king and queen who lived in Wychwood-under-Ooze. The kingdom was filled with sparkling waterfalls and cool forests, green meadows, and...
Get to the good part. Yeah, get on with the story.
You want to hear the story?
Yes.
All right, the story. Once there was a girl named Cinderella. She lived with her...
Rapunzel or Rapunzel, I got no hair. What are you doing?
Excuse me, did I say it's Rapunzel?
Well, no, but I thought.
It's Cinderella. It says it right here.
Oh yeah, Cinderella, cool stepmother, evil stepson, evil stepmother. I know all about that. Rapunzel can drag right on that.
Well, like you said, you know all about Cinderella. She had to spend her days scrubbing and cleaning. What she really wanted to do was enjoy the beautiful kingdom.
And surf the net.
I'm absolutely certain there's nobody in there that says surfing the internet.
I don't care what it says. I like to surf the net and...
She was stuck inside cleaning all day, and this is her story.
I want those stars to sparkle, Cinderella.
Yes, stepmother.
And when you're finished with that, I want you to do my math homework.
Yes, Cinderella. And when you're finished with that, you can polish my bowling trophies. Yes, Ethel. Hey, what about Bob? Yeah, you can't forget Bob.
Now, I'm absolutely certain there's nobody in here named Bob.
Wait, stop production. Hold on. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Now, where was I? I know I have here somewhere. Here it is. The story of Twinderella.
Twinderella?
Yes, you see, if you only tell them about Cinderella, you're only telling them half the story. I'm here to tell the other half about Bob. Bob lived with his cool stepbrothers and his evil stepfather. They made him work all day, and what he really wanted to do is, well, see for yourself.
I want that sweater unit to fit me perfectly, Bob.
Yes, stepfather.
And when you're finished with that, you can organize my sock drawer.
Yes, Lord.
And when you finish with that, you can alphabetize the rescue box, refinish living room floors, replace the window panes in the bedroom, and then you can make a dry herb wreath for Martha Stewart living.
Yes, Mortimer.
I wish I could go on a Tumblr.
I'll give you a tumbler. Get to work on that math homework.
I wish I could go outside and play baseball.
Baseball? Nobody can play baseball like my Egbert and Mortimer, least of all you.
But Mortimer hasn't had a hit all season, and Edgar can't even catch a single fly ball.
The umpires are blind.
The sun was in my eyes.
Come on, boys. We don't want to be late for that game. Not you, Bob. You still have those socks organized.
Yeah, and then you can cut some firewood.
But we have a gas furnace.
So you see, things weren't going too well for Bob.
Or for Cinderella.
Until one day.
I beg your pardon?
Until one day. That's how it always goes in fairy tales. Things were miserable for Cinderella and Bob until one day. Yeah, so why don't you just skip to the one day?
You want us to skip to one day?
Yes.
Well, we're going to need some help from all of you if we're going to skip that far. Let's try Cinderella.
And Bob.
And Bob. Cinderella and Bob are very sad.
Until one day. Yes, until one day. How about you kids get off the stage? This play is taking on a life of its own. Sounds good. Sure. As long as we get to that. See you later.
Special delivery, man, with possible Wychwood-under-Ooze. Mrs. Squirrel's stepmother, that's a young lady.
No, but I can sign for it.
You'll do no such thing. Go outside and rotate the tires in the Suburban.
Let me get Mrs. Squirrel's stepmother.
Yes, how did you know?
Special delivery, man, with possible Wychwood-under-Ooze.
Why, thank you. Girls, come quickly. It's from Wychwood-under-Ooze.
Wychwood-under-Ooze? What is it? It's the capital of the kingdom, silly. You should really study your geography. Get on the floor where you belong, Cinderella. Read it to us, Mother.
Miss Cruel's stepmother and her evil girls are cordially invited to a ball to honor the birthday of Princess Petunia. Saturday night at 8 o'clock, regrets only.
The only thing I regret is that I can't get this brush out of my hair.
The only thing I regret is that when it's on the beach.
Hey, ball, awesome, I can't wait.
Excuse me, Cinderella. I hate to interrupt your beautiful dancing, but did you pay any attention to the invitation? Miss Cruel's stepmother and her evil girls, are you evil?
I don't think so. She couldn't be evil if she tried.
Sorry, Cinderella. I guess you have to stay home and not do right now. It's cute. Now, girls, we have a lot of shopping to do. We're going to be better by Saturday night.
I need to go to Forever 21 and Bath and Body Works and Lululemon and Lowe's and Pizza Hut.
Princess Petunia's having a ball.
And she's invited all your ladies to the kingdom.
Oh, yeah. Not quite all. Not Cinderella.
Well, of course not Cinderella. That was where the plot. Someone got invited with the stepsisters.
Stepmothers are cool. The stepsisters are evil.
Whatever. My point is, if she goes, there's no fairy godmother.
Yeah, where's Fairy Godmother?
Shh. They don't know about the fairy godmother yet.
Oh, I'm sure they haven't read Cinderella.
But what about Bob? He doesn't care anything about going to the ball.
That's right. We need some plot development.
start. How's this?
Pencil it down your own hair.
Tommy? No, that's not right.
Sleeping Beauty, I come to your rescue?
No.
Near a mirror on the wall?
No.
Oh, I know. Look, here comes the outside of Bob's house.
Thank goodness.
No, that's more like it.
Hello? Hello? Is anyone here?
Actually, everyone's here. I just thought it would refuse the dramatic effect if they didn't come right away.
Well, college deliveries make today, so I appreciate it.
Okay.
Where does she expect me to find fennel this time of year?
Mr. Evil Stepfather?
No, I'm Bob. Mr. Evil Stepfather is my stepfather.
Whoever you are, can you send his letter? Especially from Wychwood-under-Ooze.
I'll take that.
Somebody still has to sign for it.
Sign for the letter, Bob. You know I'm far too busy.
Apparently they didn't teach him how to write his name at the Eagle Academy.
Boys, come inside for a minute. We have a special delivery from Wychwood-under-Ooze.
What is it? A tax notice? Credit card offer?
Do you have overnight library books?
Well, perhaps we ought to let Bob read it. He needs to practice his public speaking.
In celebration of Prince Percy's birthday, Mr. Evil Stepfather and his cruel boys are invited to an all-kingdom baseball game, Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Please bring your own 11 cleats, regrets only.
I regret that I never learned to pitch a 5-home.
I regret that I always run the bases backwards.
A baseball game? Yes, I can hardly wait.
Just a minute there, mister. Doesn't it say Mr. Evil Stepfather and his cruel boys?
Yeah?
And are you cruel?
I once saw him rescue a cat stuck in a tree.
When I knocked on your that full health will back up.
Sorry, my boy, but you are not cruel. Now you stay here and floss my dentures. Boys, suit up.
Now can I send off Fairy Godmother?
If you don't, this play is going to get boring in a hurry.
You can send her up now, but you have to start crying first, Cinderella.
Whatever you say.
What's wrong, my child?
Don't make me explain. The audience has already had to sit through it once.
Oh, in that case, let's get down to business. What are you, about a size 4, 5, 6?
About that.
Fine. Now, do you have any small animals I can enchant? If I'm going to get you dressed for a ball by 8 o'clock, I'm going to need some help.
Well, as long as I have some gerbils she's using for a science experiment.
Perfect, let's go get them.
Fairy Godfather. Sorry about this, guys. Fairy Godfather, you're on.
I ain't put on no wigs last Friday.
Fine. Just be the Godfather. Get on stage. Try again.
God, my God, sir, what's caused you such sadness?
Bob, you're supposed to be crying.
Oh, sorry.
God, my God, sir, what has caused you such sadness?
Well, Prince Percy's hosting a baseball game, and I'm not allowed to go.
Mr. Prince, you want I should take care of him for you?
No. It's okay. I like the prince. It's just that, well, maybe you could put a spell on some animals that'll help make me a baseball uniform, and put a spell over some produce that'll turn into a carriage and take me to Wychwood-under-Ooze.
You gotta be kidding me. Is he kidding me? He's kidding me, right? Because if he ain't kidding me, we got a serious problem here.
He wants to go to the ball game.
You wanna go to a ball game?
Do I want to go to a ball game?
Is that what I just asked you?
Well, yeah, of course I want to go.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Are you done? Okay, now square. Not you, Bob. You wanna go to a baseball game? I'll take you to a baseball game. That is not a problem. But I ain't doing no enchantment, and I ain't messing with no produce.
Well, if you know another way.
Vinny, Nick, Godson, I would like to meet Vinny, my personal tailor, and Nick, my chauffeur.
Very pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Bob.
How you doing?
What can we do for you, Mr. Bob?
He needs a baseball uniform.
You like the Mets and Yankees?
The Wychwood-under-Ooze princess, sir.
No kidding.
I will need to take a few measurements, Mr. Bob. Will you be requiring a hat?
Absolutely.
A glove?
Yep.
What about cleats?
Cleats and socks, sir.
Well,
You ain't ever seen anything like that.
What is it?
this kid has the biggest feet I've seen in my life.
That?
No, sir, no problem. Come with us, Mr. Bob. We'll get you suited up.
fair, it's not even that far. I think we could probably walk over there.
Does this
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Sorry. Do you have the pumpkin?
Couldn't you just walk to Wychwood-under-Ooze that way since it's just over there?
You're missing the point. She has to make an entrance. You can't make an entrance on foot.
Oh yeah, but arriving in a pumpkin would make a real good impression.
An enchanted pumpkin.
Potato on top.
Here's the dish rag I told you about, Fairy Godmother. Do you really think these gerbils can turn into a beautiful ball gown?
Oh, sure. We can do anything. We're gerbils. While we're at it, why don't we just enchant you so that Prince Percy falls in love with you?
Yeah, and then we'll check the pigs outside so they can fly.
Don't worry, Cinderella. When I wave my wand, you'll be ready for the ball. And if these two gerbils won't help you, I'll just stick them in the cage with Edward's pet python.
Good evening, Miss Cinderella. I'll be your gerbil this evening. Can I get you anything besides the ball gown and carriage?
Well, I always wanted a pair of glass slippers.
Glass slippers? Is she out of her mind?
Shh, another python?
Oh, why, of course. Glass slippers. That will look splendid on you.
All right, everybody backstage.
Wait, can't you just stop me right here?
First, I have to zap you out of what you're wearing right now before I can zap you into the ball gown. And you want that to happen right now in front of everybody.
I get your point.
Okay, you two see if you can help Cinderella out.
But,
How good are your snake charming skills?
Bye.
See ya.
And you all sit tight. We'll have the new, improved Cinderella back in a flash. Bippity-boppity, bye-bye.
My clothes just disappeared.
Oops, sorry about that. I'll be right there.
Hurry up.
Coming.
Well, nice snack. My cousin is on his way to the baseball game. Oh, snap. I forgot to tell him about the deadline.
Well, that was somewhat embarrassing. Oh well, at least Cinderella's off to the ball. OMG, I forgot to tell her what happens at midnight!
Hey guys. I didn't know we had a crowd. Well, since we have a crowd, I might as well show off my awesome skills. Give me a beat.
okay. A one, two, three.
Yeah. My name is Lola. I'm a hamster, wear glasses, and I got lots of fur. This is Shirley. I guess a friend doesn't mean we'll be together until the end. She's pretty, but I'm hot. We are the best things you got. Shirley beats, keeps me on my feet, and that stupid little fairy got nothing on me. Whoa!
What are you two doing? Get backstage! Carry on!
It's not fair. He gets to play baseball and I have to spend my birthday at a stupid dance. Everybody knows I'm the best pitcher in the kingdom.
Well, all the most beautiful girls get to come to my house, and I would spend the night in the pitcher's mound. I want to get out on the dance floor and show them my dance moves.
Children, there's a simple solution to this problem.
What?
Well, that is, there is a simple solution, isn't there, dear?
Honestly, sometimes I wonder how you ever get your shoes tied, much less from
Actually, I tie shoes for Your Majesty.
Yes, he does them in double knots every morning, so I don't.
That's nice, dear. The solution to the children's problem is that Percy shall spend part of the evening at the dance, and Petunia shall spend part of the evening playing baseball.
Don't they need a royal decree to do that, dear?
You're the king, Roger. You can issue a royal decree.
Ah, yes. Well then, let's solve the problem. You may thank me now, children.
Thank you, Mother.
You're welcome, children. Attendance!
Are we going somewhere?
To prepare for the ball, Your Majesty, the Duke will need to tie your shoes with extra pair.
Very well, off we go.
Hey, buddy, has the baseball game started yet?
My name's not Buddy. My name is Percy. I know the baseball game hasn't started yet. It begins at 8 o'clock.
What you said for Jersey time, is there a clock in this place?
Right over there. Now, if you excuse me, I have to go to the baseball field before my Godfather throws out the first pitch.
I better find my godson before midnight. We will have a problem on our hands with which I will not be pleased.
Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me if the ball has begun? I'm searching for my goddaughter.
You do? I myself am looking for my godson to warn him of what will happen at midnight.
What a remarkable coincidence. I, too, must warn my goddaughter of what will happen at midnight.
It's too bad there are no narrators around. They could have told the children for us.
Yeah, I always say there's no use crying over non-dairy soy-based milk flavored product. We'd best go and find the children.
Bye-bye.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to 9 days of excitement here at the Royal Palace. Tell us, King Roger, what will be the key to this game?
I think everything will depend on how the first pitch is thrown out.
Well done, Highness.
And what about you, Earl 2? The princess in the winning run of the last game. Did she do it again?
Well, what the team really needs to work on this time is defense. If they only had a good shortstop.
I play shortstop.
You! You can't come to this ball game. You're supposed to be at home darning my socks.
And doing my income tax.
I'm doing something about my ring around the collar.
Wait a minute. Who are you anyway?
My name is Bob, Your Majesty, and I'm the best shortstop you've ever seen.
But Your Majesty, you can't play unless it lives in the kingdom.
I do live in the kingdom. I live with Mortimer and Egbert and my cruel stepfather.
Evil stepfather. I'm your evil stepfather. It's really not that hard to remember.
If he lives in the kingdom, pays a lot of blood. The invitation was to all the young men of the kingdom.
You play shortstop, huh?
That's right.
Good. You're on my team. Let's get this game started. Not fair!
Announcing the evil Miss Ethel and evil stepsister Esmeralda, accompanied by their mother, Miss Close Stepmother.
Princess Petunia, how lovely to see you.
I wish I could say the same, Madam Stepmother, but you know no one is more loath here at the court than your cruel self.
Unless perhaps as your evil daughters.
You are too kind, Your Majesty. What does loath mean?
It means.
What does loath mean?
I don't know, but it must be something pretty wonderful for the princess to say it to us.
Announcing, what did you say she was?
I don't know, I've never seen her before.
Well, announcing a beautiful young woman who we have never seen before, who arrived in a pumpkin-shaped carriage pulled by giant gerbils.
Giant gerbils, gross.
Giant gerbils? Cool, where is this young lady?
Here, Your Majesty, I wish you a very happy birthday.
Cinderella!
I see someone knows who you are. Welcome, Cinderella. A beautiful name for a beautiful young lady.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be home oiling my bicycle chain and scrubbing out my fishbowl.
And sharpening my nail clippers and silence!
You live in this kingdom, Cinderella.
Yes, Your Majesty. My invitation was to all the young ladies in the kingdom, and clearly Cinderella is a young lady. Come join the dance.
Well, I never.
And I don't suppose you ever will. Musicians, let the dancing begin.
I'm sure the only reason no one has asked us to dance is because they're too intimidated by our beauty.
They're just afraid we'll say no. That kind of rejection is starting for life.
It's sad, really. They must be dying to ask us. After all, the princess herself said that we're the most loathed young ladies in all of the kingdom.
Cinderella may be dancing now, but she'll never be loathed the way we are.
You both did a really good job in that game.
Thanks, Dad. You ran the basics backwards again, though.
You know what, Egbert? Shut up! You're not perfect either! It's the 7th inning stretch and we've come to join the dance.
Welcome, brother. You must tell me who's that handsome young man over there.
That's our new shortstop. He's trying to take on a place against those two.
I think I'm in love.
Don't tell me, sister. Who is that remarkable young woman over there?
Her name is Cinderella, and apparently she breeds giant gerbils.
Yes,
So far, she's danced the tango, the mambo, the waltz, and the deadlift.
I think I should tell her. Why did she just get here? Why didn't she dance?
You haven't asked her yet.
Can I have this dance?
Dun, 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 dun.
dance partners this time.
Would you believe it, Father? Not only is Esmeralda beautiful, she's almost as evil as you are.
She can't be as wonderfully beautiful as Ethel. She stepped on my feet with spiked heels every time we took a step.
Esmeralda bit my nose when I held her close.
Ethel, hold my hair.
Esmeralda picked my pocket.
I'm so happy. My boys are in love.
And what about you, Father? We saw you dancing as well.
Boys, I've met a woman who's as cruel as I am evil. In just 5 minutes, she punched me in the stomach, called me a nincompoop, and told me she could make my life miserable.
Father, that's wonderful!
I never thought I would know such love. Come on, boys. Let's get to the game.
Are you sure you can play with those glass slippers on? With you cheering for me, I could play even if my slippers were made of, well, honestly, I can't think of anything worse than glass.
Excuse me, miss, might I have a word?
Why, certainly. You go ahead, Miss Purcell. I'll be there in a moment. What is it?
I forgot to tell you the most important thing. At midnight, the spell wears off. If you don't leave by then, your dress will turn to rags and the carriage will become a pumpkin again.
Hello! Do you honestly think I don't know that yet? I'm Cinderella. Everyone knows Cinderella's enchantment ends at midnight. It's the oldest fairy tale in the book.
Oh, I didn't realize. Well, you just be careful, my dear. You only have a few minutes to play ball.
That's all the time I'll need. Hey, Percy, wait up!
You mean you can dance like that and you play baseball?
The dancing is to make my parents happy. What I really love is pinch hitting in the night.
I heard you hit a grand slam at last year's party.
Well, Prince Percy tells me you're no slouch yourself.
What do you mean, Petunia?
Well, I always knew that if I ever, well, you know, it would be with the shortstop.
You know, my dear, I don't know when the children have had such a lovely time at their birthday parties.
Yes, I wonder why that is.
Because they're in love, dear. Really, you're quite dense. Have you been paying attention to the play?
Oh yes, the play. Who are they in love with again?
Come on, dear. We don't miss the end of the game.
But sir, I don't even like baseball.
You're gonna go to this game and you're gonna like it.
What if we go to this game, we're gonna miss the My Little Pony season finale?
What, you mean you actually watch that?
Sir, you're the one who invited me to watch it with me.
Don't be ridiculous, I don't watch that.
What about all the memorabilia on your dresser?
You want me to take away your Nutella?
No, sir, anything but that.
Save it.
Yes.
All right, come on. We can get this guy out. Give him your curveball.
No,
Why not?
I don't have a curveball.
All right, we'll give him a fastball or a slider. How about a knuckleball?
I don't have any of those either.
All right, we'll just get it over the plate. Bob, anyways.
It's a truly exciting game, ladies and gentlemen. Prince Percy's team is down by 1 run with 2 outs to go in the bottom of the ninth. Bob has a full count. Here comes the pitch. He swings and whammy is a baseball.
Don't be silly, Cinderella's gonna win the game. What makes you say that? Have you seen the play? The play's called Cinderella, not from the princess. Main character's always the one who's called. What play? I fear for the novelty of this country. I really do. I only hope the prince marries Cinderella soon. Here comes the pitch.
And the princess is alongside Marlene and Love Beetle. Well, this is an unusual move. It seems Prince Percy is taking himself out of line and putting in Cinderella, and she'll be batting in, get this, ladies and gentlemen,
thought I told you not to bother me here.
There's something very important I forgot to tell you. You need to leave this party before midnight.
Midnight? Why midnight? Is there some kind of magic enchantment that'll wear off?
Enchantment? No, there's no enchantment. But Nick, my chauffeur, charges overtime after midnight. And even though you are my godson, no limit to my generosity. Leave this party before midnight, or you will have no ride home.
But midnight's 15 minutes away.
Make that 1 minute. You better hope she hits a dinger. Play ball!
Cinderella's face is a long ball. Way back,
Where's he off to in such a hurry? And look at Cinderella. She's running the wrong way.
I thought she loved me. She even won the game for me, but then I fell for you, my brother, for my love and run away too.
Mom?
Yes!
God is not lost, my children. Look.
Cinderella's glass slipper. God's mighty fleet.
All we need to do is search the kingdom to find the man and woman who wear these shoes.
Surely, my dear, everyone in the kingdom has seen.
Godfather, have you ever read fairy tales? Let the search begin. Fun!
Thanks for finding her.
Of course, but you have to pay me back and everything. $6.99, you know. Everything. You're paying me back.
Oh!
Pay me. They
Oh,
let it close.
Oh, good no.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check with the producer. I'll be right back.
Okay, have fun with that. Well, how's everyone? Enjoying the story, are we? Yeah, well, that's not Cinderella and Bob. They've been transformed so they can attend the party for the prince and the princess.
Wait, stop.
What is it now?
They've done this scene without us.
The whole thing?
Everything. Baseball, dance, muddy cleat, glass slipper, everything.
Okay, we will be right back.
I'm so sorry about this, folks. Now, when we left us off, Cinderella, the prince and princess, sent a royal decree to all the young people of the kingdom to see if anyone could fit the glass slipper.
And the cleat. Can't forget about the cleat. The things we're going off for the search.
I don't understand. Why can't we just order the shoes in another size? I know glass will site online to help people live with.
My dear, the only thing we order in another size is a brain for you.
Quite right, my love. My genius is a bit is how I promote people.
So far, we've tried the last step on 4,642 feet, not one of them is small enough to fit inside.
We tried the mighty clean on 4,643 feet, but not one of them is big enough to keep it from falling off.
I'll never find my princess.
Never find my prince.
I'll never understand how these things tie.
We could have asked everyone at the party for ID.
We could have installed security cameras to take their pictures.
We could have taken fingerprint and DNA samples.
But we can't go back to yesterday, can we?
What we need is more plot development.
Like a rival Lou, the UPS guy.
Lou, I'm so glad to see you. Have you delivered a copy of the decree to all the households in the kingdom?
If he has, then we might as well end his plan to go home now.
Actually, man, he has still 2 households on the far outskirts of the kingdom.
So there's still hope?
Actually, no, there isn't. The 2 households belong to the evil family and the cruel family, so you see.
Never mind that. Be off, Lou. Is that thunder I hear? It's gonna rain. Remember, Lou, neither rain nor snow.
But that was a postal service. Wychwood-under-Ooze, where the prince wants Cinderella.
I know, she's just a pretty face. She can't get anything right.
Why would a fellow want a girl like her, a frail and frothy beauty? Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a solid girl like me?
She's a frothy little bubble with a certain kind of charm and with very little trouble. I could break her little arm.
Oh, why would a fellow want a girl like her, so obviously unusual? Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a usual girl like me? Her cheeks are a pretty shade of pink,
but no pinker than a rose's.
Her skin may be delicate and soft,
but no softer than dozes.
Her neck is no whiter than a swan.
She's only as dainty as a daisy.
She's only as graceful as a bird.
So why is the fella going crazy?
Oh, why would a fellow want a girl like her, a girl who's merely lovely? Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a girl who's merely me? She's a frothy little bubble with a flimsy kind of charm and very little trouble. I could pull out all her hair. Oh, why would a fellow want a girl like her, a girl who's merely lovely? Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a girl who's merely me? What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man?
She's the matter, let me at her.
What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man? Bum.
Excuse me, I'm an old woman who think dark what I've kept for many years. Now time has come for me to reveal what I don't know. May I speak? No. I beg your pardon? No, you may not speak. Both of us know that the old lady with the secret cannot come out of the last scene. Now, be off. Now let's keep on Cinderella, shall we?
How many times have I told you, Cinderella, you have to wash the dark clothes separately? Our tennis skirt's not supposed to be pink.
We can't possibly go to the country club now.
We'll be the laughing stock of the kingdom.
That's the idea.
Very well, Ethel Esmeralda. I go shopping for new tennis skirts. You stay here and we wire the kitchen.
And build a retaining wall around the garden.
And put a new roof on the garage.
Kingdom!
Right, sounds like a suitor has come calling. I wonder which one of us it could be for. Come in.
And decree your address to occupants. I'll take it. I'm an occupant.
I'll take it. I've been an occupant longer than you.
I'll take it. If you look closely, it's addressed to crew occupant. That's me. Hear ye, all persons in the kingdom under 19 years of age are commanded to wait upon the prince and princess in their palace ASAP. Please bring baseball socks and stockings.
I knew the prince would invite us back.
He ignored you all evening. He must be pining for me.
Come, girls, we're off to the palace. One of you will be married by nightfall. You stay here and do your chores, Cinderella. You don't really think the prince wants to see you.
I'm sorry, stepfather. I really thought you'd deduct the cost of anything you used. Cool.
I'm evil, I keep telling you. The boys are cool. Do you know what the Royal Revenue Service is going to do to me because of your blunder?
I was sort of hoping for jail time.
Let's lock him in the cellar for a few days, father.
No, let's make him sleep up on the roof in the rain.
I have a letter for the evil household.
You see? He knows I'm evil. What are you waiting for, a tip?
Just be going now. What's it say, Father?
Why don't you read it, Mortimer? You could use the practice.
Hear ye, all persons in the kingdom of their 19 years of age are commanded to come to the royal palace and wait on the prince and princess ASAP. Please bring baseball socks and stockings.
I'm not sure if I have any stockings.
I knew it. The princess is in love with one of my boys.
It must be me, father. She must admire the way I strike out with such grace and poise.
I'm sure it's me. She must have seen the noble way I dropped all those 5 balls.
Now, boys, there's no point in arguing. We must get to the palace to see which one of you the princess favors. Not you, Bob. You stay here. I want you to redo these taxes by the time we get back.
And I want you to alphabetize my slug collection.
And I want you to wash all the windows.
I don't do windows.
and bad for your teeth?
I don't know.
A brick.
That reminds me of the other one I heard was kind of what's green guy for teeth?
Broccoli?
That's right.
Why do you never see elephants in trees? No, because they're just really, really good at hiding.
That's a good one, son. Did you hear about the kidnapping at your old school, though?
Oh no, what happened?
It's okay. He will go.
Really, Dad? Is that the best you got? Really, the best you have? Like, you want to
Go ahead.
what did one lawyer say to the other lawyer? We're both lawyers.
What did one wall say to the other wall?
Hi.
Nothing. They're both walls.
Okay, that one's actually, you need to do more of those, but actually,
Alright.
what happened to the frog's farm when he got in an accident?
I don't know. What?
It got towed away.
That's a good one, son. Did I ever tell you that you're definitely my favorite?
Thanks.
What about me?
You know what, Ingrid? Shut up! I'm the favorite, not you!
Hey, boys, come on. Let's go. Hey.
Two more subjects to try this slippery majesty.
And two to try on the cleat.
Show the men, ladies first.
None of them are ladies. Oh, great, King Roger. I thank you for this honor. I am not worthy to pass on this.
Actually, they do need time if you wouldn't mind.
If you'd step this way, please, I'd like for you to try on this glass slipper. You wouldn't happen to have anything in fur, would you? Tiger or leopard would be perfect. You misunderstand, Miss Ethel. The prince will marry any young lady who possesses the foot size of the slipper. Do you mean a shoe? Let go! Ah!
I got one token.
I got two toes in. I'm sorry, Miss Ethel, but the prince says her whole foot must fit in. That's impossible. Nobody's feet are that small.
You may go,
Yes, Your Majesty.
Said you may go. Be off.
I failed, I suppose. Those ghosts from the last household in the kingdom. I'll never find my princess.
He seems a bit dramatic. Greetings, Your Majesties. I brought my boys as you asked.
Step this way, gentlemen. I said step this way.
Oh, sorry, sir. No one has ever called us gentlemen before.
We thought you were talking to someone else.
We'd like you to try on this cleat.
The prince wants us to be on his baseball team? What's even better than marrying the princess? Give me that cleat. This thing is huge. Are you sure you don't want me to put both feet in?
Perhaps your brother should try.
Yeah, you always had tiny feet anyway. I think if I wore 3 or 4 socks, it would fit fine.
Only one sock per foot, I'm afraid.
Well, since they were playing in the baseball game, maybe we could talk about one of my boys marrying the princess.
I'd rather marry a troll.
I know a couple of pretty attractive trolls. I could lend you a number.
Be off, all of you. Who are you?
If you please, Your Majesty, I'm an old woman with a dark secret that will shed light on the problems of prince and princess. How does a dark secret shed light? Begging Your Majesty's pardon, it's common knowledge that dark secrets held by old ladies can only be revealed on the final scene of the play. And we still have how many more scenes?
One more scene.
One more scene.
Well then, let's get on with it.
Well, that was fun.
What was fun?
I honestly don't know. I'm trying to make conversation.
Okay, so don't tell them I told you this, but sometimes. Oh, hi.
What are you doing later? Okay. What are you doing?
What are you are you doing here?
Just hanging around.
Oh, okay. Do you guys want to hear a secret?
Yes.
Sometimes on the weekends, Mortimer likes to...
I do what?
Nothing. Run!
I'm Cinderella, and I've run away from my cruel stepmother. I'm going to the world house to seek protection of the king. There wasn't a bus for hours, so I thought I'd walk.
What a coincidence. I've run away from my evil stepfather and heading towards the palace as well.
Do I know you from somewhere? You look awfully familiar.
When I look at you, it's like looking in a mirror.
Exactly, except, of course, you're not wearing a dress, and your hair is shorter, and your eyes are a different color, but other than that...
Well, and your feet are a bit smaller than mine.
Goodness! I've never seen such big feet in all my life!
I get that a lot. Shall we walk together?
Why not?
I guess we don't need these anymore. They'll only remind us of our misery.
I thought all fairy tales were supposed to end and they live happily ever after.
Well, I guess even in fairy tales there are exceptions to the rules. Shall we? Coming!
Coming.
Oh, my foot's killing me. I don't know where I lost my cleat, but try walking around the entire kingdom in one shoe.
Yeah, well, try walking across the kingdom in one shoe made of glass.
You mean like that?
My missing slipper! Now the king can be the same in both feet. Whoa, now that's a big shoe.
Where?
That cleat over there. I'd like to see a foot that would fit in that thing.
See it? You've been walking next to it all afternoon. This is my missing cleat.
Come on, let's go to the Royal Palace. My feet are feeling better already.
I'm sorry, Mother. I just couldn't have the fourth helping of dessert. I'm too depressed.
Two beggars at the gate, Your Majesty, begging the king's protection.
Send them in.
Begging Your Majesty's pardon, but we're both...
Orphans.
We're both orphans seeking safe lodging.
Do you see what I see?
Your Majesty, the shoes.
I know, they keep coming untied.
Your foot fits the glass slipper perfectly.
And your foot completely fills the muddy cleat.
Well, that should hardly come as a surprise. After all, these are our shoes. My angel!
My hero!
But shoelaces.
Wait, stop.
What is it now?
As you can see, there's a lot of kids in the audience today, so we might as well just skip the joyful reunion. Get on with it.
Well, what's wrong with a joyful reunion? You know, the kissing?
Nasty! Might as well skip on to the wedding. You'll marry me, won't you?
You'll marry me?
Of course we will.
Silence, everyone! Now, I know this is the last scene, but I'm tired of following people around for the whole show, so I'm going to tell my secret now.
What secret?
Years ago, I was a nursemaid for a beautiful young woman and her handsome husband, who only bore two twin babies, one boy and one girl. Before the children could walk, the parents were carried off by wild beasts, and I was forced to separate the babies and give them up to the care of cruel and evil step-parents.
Does this story have a point because we're trying to have a wedding here?
That was many years ago, but I can still recognize this view today. She had the tiniest beach any child ever seen, and we have the largest.
You mean...
That's right. Bob and Cinderella are those long-lost twins.
Sister!
Brother!
Twinsies!
I guess that makes my sister my sister-in-law.
My brother-in-law.
Who would have believed it?
Well, that ties up ends very nicely.
And you live happily ever after.
The end.